Yo, what's going on, boys? How you doing? Peter, Optimus, Nils, Gervais. So far, it looks like we're gonna have another week just like last week. Sellers in full control again. Let's go over. We went over it on the charting session yesterday. It's very possible. I told you guys bears are still in control unless we bounce over this previous bounce height of four. What was it? It's 444.89. So around 445 SPY is where the bulls get back into control. Obviously, there can be a bounce here and there. But for right now, bears are in full control. We took out Friday's lows were 427.23. Today's lows were 426.36, but we did close above that low. So we're still watching the same low from Friday's 427.23 unless we close under there. This selling will not speed up. Been sitting on the side watching the market. Probably a smart thing to do, Gervish. It's a very tricky market. It's even hard for people that have been trading for a long time. So it's probably best just to sit out. Obviously, we haven't been taking too many lottos and stuff like that. Any calls we take, we take some time on them usually. Puts we can scalp, calls you can scalp. But other than that, swing trades are very tough in an environment like this. Unless you're swinging puts, then the bounces are really wicked and they'll probably scare you out of your shorts as well. Other than that, just super weak today. I mean, we just dumped all morning and then just completely sideways for the rest of the day. And bears are still in full control. QQQ is the weakest sector right now. Tech is just selling off like crazy. When you have Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Netflix down over 2% in a day, the FANG, those are the biggest holdings in QQQ as well. The ETF is not going to hold up. So QQQ did take. Oh my God, did this thing happen again, man? Hold on, guys. Alright guys, so again, if it starts lagging, because I just got this message again, it was working fine before, but if it does start lagging after, just watch it after, it'll be uploaded on YouTube and it won't lag there. QQQ just losing all kinds of support here. As you guys see, we had this support from back here at July 19th, OPEX week. We broke below that, but we did close above it. So let's see if we can hold that July 19th low, which is 351.65. 351.65. We want to see that one hold to see a little bounce in tech. Other than that, it's the weakest sector by far. XLF was super strong this morning. And then when XLF turned, that's when SPY took a dump as well. So that's what I was saying this morning. I said XLF is strong, so SPY will not implode, like SPY will not crash unless XLF starts coming down. And then when you see XLF started coming down at 10 o'clock right here, and this was the candle on SPY when XLF turned. Look, straight down, took out the lows, or I don't know what kind of resistance. Yeah, 432.39 resistance, support, I don't know from where, but it's a support from somewhere. And we just rolled right over, waterfalled right into the low of the day, and then we held that low for the rest of the day, as was also said in the group. IWM also weak, but not as weak. Dump off at the beginning of the day wasn't as bad as the rest of the stocks, and we just went sideways from there. So they're all weak. Sellers are still in control. ES closed above my key level. I told you guys 42.75 is very important on ES. If we go under there, we can flush bad. So just remember this number, 42.75 on ES. Other than that, I mean, sellers are still in control. Don't go too heavy in calls unless you're scalping. And swing trades avoid for now, and avoid doing full size. Like Ricky was saying, you don't have to trade your full size all year round, especially in September and October. It's very hard to trade full size and come out on top. Bitcoin absolutely ripping, as was told to you yesterday. I thought we would hit 50K this week. We almost hit it today. We hit 49536, so we're about 400, almost just over 400 points away from 50K on Bitcoin. Looks like a lot of people are rotating their money into Bitcoin, and it looks great. Looks like trend reversed. We went over this bounce over here, and the next stop is 50K, and after 50K is back to not all-time highs, but after 50K is up to 53K on the fibs at least. That's the top of the bounce last time. Let's see how quickly we can get back there. Other than that, let's take a look at some stocks here. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over is Amazon, as usual. I watch Amazon a lot. Just gives me gives me an indication of what QQQ is going to do, just because it's a big part of it, right? And if you think about it, Amazon, obviously it's a great stock. We made a ton of money on it. but this does look like a head and shoulders. It does look like it wants to break down. For now, it held this very important support of 3180. If it closes below 3180, it should flush back down to 3 grand psychologically. Miners lagging Bitcoin. They just switch, man. When I don't even watch, like I went over on the charting session yesterday, I don't even watch the individual stocks. I usually just watch Bitcoin, and it tells me what the rest of them are gonna do. Whether they lag or whether they front run it, they usually just move just like Bitcoin does. Some of them move a little bit more, some of them move a little bit less, but they all usually tend to move in the same direction. Amazon, very clear head and shoulders here. 3181 clear support. If we break that, we can go all the way down to, we can even break 3 grand, but 3 grand psychological would be my first target if we broke through 3181. I think it's very easy to get back down to 3,000. It's just a big round psychological number. That's where everyone will probably start to cover the shorts. I mean, Moderna, trash, big gap down. I told you guys Friday, the reason for my play was the Merck pill is not a vaccine. You'll still have to get the vaccine. The pill is for treatment. So once people start realizing that, these Moderna and BNTXs should start going up. But for right now, it's in free fall mode. That's why I cut my calls quick. But right now, we're getting oversold on Moderna. And it's been a long, long time since we got down there. So it might be a quick bounce in play here. If it does bounce, we did close over one resistance today. The next level it goes to is 349. 349 and 362 is a big supply area. So let's see if we get back up to 349 on a quick bounce on Moderna. Merck, we're still holding the calls, just slowly grinding higher every single day. I think we can get 1,000% on these calls. We do have a lot of time. I call out the January 80s. We're already in the money by $3 this morning. We opened up and I sold some for like almost 300%. And I think it continues to go up. It's going to be, it could be a game changer, this COVID pill. So just, I'm holding them for as long as I can. Even in a weak market, and we're way up here. I mean, it looks very strong relatively to the market. Boeing still holding those 230s, even though it's weak price action today. All we need on Boeing is a close above this 50-day moving average for my theory to still be intact. 50-day moving average is at 223.70, so this week on Friday's close needs to be above 223.70, or my reason for the trade is no longer there, and I will cut it if it looks like it's closing below there on Friday. If I get a big move before that, I'll probably sell them anyways, but let's see. Just because it's a weak market, not because I think my setup won't work. Let's see if BA can get running. Airbnb, big dump today. I mean, reopening was strong at the opening, but Airbnb did not participate at all. Big bullet bearish candle, 5% down. Remember, I want to load equity at 154.50, so I hope this one continues to go down. No position in this one right now. SC was relatively strong, super strong. So SC, the high of the day today was 317.54, and we closed at 317.90. If you can find me another stock that closed green that's not oil or crypto, let me know, because I didn't really see any. We have a huge hammer candle on SE, closed right back within this range that I was talking about, between 315 and 325. Let's see if we just continue trading in there. A break above 325 would make me very bullish, and a break below 315. If we close below 315, that would be bearish. Other than that, one of my favorite stocks, holding up very good. Find me another hammer candle, anyone, on the daily. Tesla, huge, great news today, great delivery numbers, great this, great that. People were asking me, should I jump into 800 calls at the open? I said don't. And look what happened to it. Straight down, complete rejection. Technically, it was so set up. It was just a perfect bull flag on the daily. Broke through, came back and retest. Let's see if we can get some momentum tomorrow. But today, the market was just too weak for Tesla to go. So let's see if we get that momentum tomorrow. Other than that, not much. Nike's still in that big gap. I think there is still another leg down for Nike. I'm just waiting for it to cool off on the RSI and stuff. Maybe a potential bounce to the top of the gap, and then we fill the gap to the downside. Other than that, I mean, they have big issues as indicated in their earnings. Look for a short in that one if we get a bounce. Square looks like it wants to come back down to 197. Huge range, right? Square. All of Cathie Wood's stocks are just getting destroyed, as I told you in the group earlier. T-Doc was down almost 4%. SQ down almost 7%. ZM was destroyed. It was down 3% and no support in sight. So the nearest support for Zoom is 229. So it can drop another 30 points. Another 30 points down on ZM is possible. If we bounce, the first level we have to get through is 273.20. Through 273.20, it can start running and try to fill this gap all the way to 339, but first we have to get close above 273. T-Doc, ZM, Square all destroyed. Kathy's probably crying in a corner somewhere. Or she's buying more. You'll get the email at 6 o'clock. You'll see she probably bought a ton more stuff. I don't know why, but she did. Any just flagging out here. Let's see which way it breaks. Other than that, it was a green day for any. That's a good sign. Let's see if we just stay in this equilibrium or if we break one way. We need 768 to the upside, or we need a break of today's low to the downside, 567. And just because it breaks on a 5-minute chart doesn't mean it breaks. The daily closes are the most important, or the weekly closes are important. Dawkins runs with Ethereum, I believe. Very, very strong stock. We've been over this in the charting session. I really want equity on this one. There's a lot of people that are very, very bullish. I wanted equity at 55, but doesn't look like we're getting down there. I mean, we had this massive run and then just bull flagged out. See, if this was a weak stock, this would go down like this. Like, look at this. Hold on. Look at UPST selling off now. UPST just curled way down, right? We closed below the 21-day moving average today too, I believe. Yep, closed below the 21-day moving average. The next stop on UPST, it can come all the way down to the 50-day moving average at 226. Let's check the weekly real quick if we have another level. The 8-day moving average, so I like that number better. On Upstart, we could go down to 266 before any real bounce. But if you take a look at Dawkins, it's way stronger. Look at it, came down, tested the 21-day, and it's been holding up. Like everyone's buying the dip here. These long lower wicks mean people are buying these dips. So let's see if we get some follow through for Dawkins. We need through yesterday's high. So today was just an inside day. The most important level for Dawkins is 81.81, and obviously if we get up to 81.81, our calls will be in the money with 2 weeks to go, and we'll probably be taking profits then. Thank you guys for attending. Remember, trade small, trade smart. Only A+ setups in this kind of environment. September and October are the worst months for trading. And I will see you guys in the morning.